Africana freestyle dropping in a couple weeks. All right, look out for that. What's good, y'all? Back here for another great hip-hop conversation. We got She Who Won't Be Named in the building, hip-hop artist from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Recently named one of the best hip-hop artists in Denver by Westword, and a bunch of other things by them, too. You've been in quite a few articles recently. Yeah. Queen MC of Beats Bodega and Inner Circle. That's where I first saw you freestyling, Beats Bodega, Freight Heavy Cypher. And I always loved your style, and I'm so happy to be here talking with you today. Welcome to Blue Pan Pizza and Conversations with TMac.
Thank you. I appreciate you for bringing me on, for real. This is cool. And I'm chubby, so I love to eat. So I love pizza.
You came to the right spot. We're gonna feed you real good in a little bit here. So I'm excited, but let's get into this conversation. It's your birthday week. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
You've been real busy. How's this week been?
It's been fun, a lot of love, but extremely busy. Busier than I thought it was going to be. You know how you always say, I'm going to take a break, and then you're never able to. So that's just how it is. Right?
Yeah, you rest for a little bit, and then you just want to get back to work.
Yeah, basically, because you don't want to be out too long. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. So take me to Memphis a little bit, right?
Okay.
I've never been to Memphis. Doing a little bit of research, I heard somewhere they called it the crossroads of blues and soul music. But obviously a lot of hip-hop music came out of there also. I mean, Aretha Franklin to 3-6 Mafia, Justin Timberlake to NLE Choppa. Quite a range here of artists.
Yeah, because it's like you have the home of blues and R&B. So we have the instruments, the actual musicians that are doing like straight jazz, blues. If you ever go on Bill Street, it's so many different parts of the culture. That's why it's kind of funny. Depending on who you're talking to, they'll talk about Memphis music in a certain way. But we do have a large range because then when you do get into hip hop with 3-6 and Playa Fly, like all of the people who came out of Memphis and have done so many great things in hip hop, it's wild, but they all commingle, especially when you actually are around everybody. Like sometimes it can get a little it can get a little hot, but when it's cool, it's really good because we do have like a vast culture that's very large when it comes to like music and stuff like that. And then it's a very, very dense black culture. So it's a lot of us. And so we just bring all of that together, and there's really a lot of love out there and a lot of history. So it's just a little bit different from like moving around other places. It's hard to because it's hard to explain to people sometimes because I meet people from New York and California. And it's like that culturally, high key a lot. Like we have still like auction blocks, like stuff like that still stands to this day. Like, the dude from the Klan, his statue is there. Like it's so many things embedded in Memphis, not just with music, just historically. It's just such a great hub for like everything. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's so many different conversations to be had about it with all the different genres and styles. It's very interesting, and that makes, I'm sure that's a big impact on you and your style. But it doesn't necessarily, like if somebody just puts on Flower Child from Memphis, without knowing the name, it doesn't necessarily sound like Memphis music. What you would think, say, right?
Yeah.
Talk about sort of how you came up with your style, its evolution over time, some of your influences. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, well, when making music, my mom, she was really big into like deep rappers, so she was really big into Tupac and Ice Cube, and then really big on the Revolution. So she loved Lupe Fiasco because he didn't cuss, like things like that. She was really big on hip hop. And then when I like got to discover finally 3-6 and like Eazy-E he's the one that corrupted me. So I went through that. Of course, I always loved like the hip hop, but I liked Wu-Tang. I liked ODB. I liked the crazy ones. I liked the ones I liked the cussing ones. Even in A Tribe Called Quest, I love Q-Tip to death. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Phife Dawg would drop a cuss word every now and then just blew my fucking mind, because it's just like I wanted to make music that was deep but wasn't boring. Not to say that because I listened to people who were deep but not boring, it could be done. I just wanted to do it in a different way. And Memphis it has a lot of different genres. So gospel as well, just a lot of things that have like influenced me. So it's like I wanted to make it like me, you know what I'm saying, how it is to be me, because Nina Simone said it is our job as artists to put our, you know what I'm saying, our feelings, our emotions, everything we're going to into the music, because that might help somebody. So I really just be doing me. And my mom always told me, if you do music, just make sure that you're doing what you want to do and not what's popular. And so I just decided to do it like that. And I didn't want to make like, because I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to have something to say, but again, I just didn't want it to be boring. And as a female, it's easy, even with hip hop period, it's easy to be in that boring. You're saying something, it's real nice, very lyrical, but it's boring. I didn't want to be boring. So that's how that kind of.
And you definitely
about.
not.
Thank you.
You definitely not. I've been having a lot of fun listening to your music recently, getting into it, digging into it. Versatility, that's something that comes up when I listen to your music a lot too, because you have that super lyrical, almost Tribe Called Quest style, but then also like especially those songs with you and Mel, you taking me to Memphis real
I gotta
quick.
tap in, tap into it.
Some turn up songs.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like, but when I first started doing music, that's what was so scary for me as a artist. The way I was, it was like, would I be able to do crunk music like at all? Would it even be believable? Because I'm really about it, but like, it's just with that work. And then for the longest, I struggled with, will I release it? Will I not? How will I do that? And then I just didn't care. So yeah, I'm really big on versatility though, because my main goal is to get to the gorillas. So that's all I really want to do. And so if I'm gonna get there, I gotta be versatile. I can't be like just doing this. I mean, I could. It's just not my vision to be doing the same shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tap in with them, you know what I'm
artist,
saying?
right? You don't paint the same picture every time. You
Exactly. I don't want to be boring.
When I listen to your raps, it feels like something that you almost have to do. It feels like you have to get it out. When did you start making music?
Ooh. I would say I've been making music since I was little. You know, you're always humming and just doing stuff like that. But seriously making music, I started doing it at like 24. Yeah, because even when I started rapping, like for real, just trying it at like around 23, I was just freestyling. I wasn't really like writing.
Start with freestyling and like that?
Yeah. And then I went to the pen, and that's when I started writing. And then my first song I wrote when I was like 24.
Okay. So how long, like about how many years have you been doing it now, you'd say?
Like 7, maybe 7 or 8, yeah.
Nice.
I've been taking it serious like 7 or 8. I've been doing music all my life, but like seriously taking it serious like 7 or 8 years now. Yeah.
Speaking to you and your style, there's a few other people that come to mind in the scene out here that relate. They're from the South, but they have a very lyrical style, and you couldn't necessarily tell where they're from. Big shout out to Rose and Dante M's. I really love all their music. So I need all y'all on a track,
That's
like
facts,
representing. Come on, South to Denver, something like that.
Yeah, that's facts. Me and Dante share the same birthday. So that's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
That's
Happy
awesome.
belated pimp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Happy belated to you, man. A lot of themes of positivity in your music, love, relationships. Like you say, you're just trying to, I guess, be honest in your music and talk about what you're going through.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like perception based for me. So art is perception, but I feel like I hear the same perception over and over again when it comes to certain type of like music. So I just want to, again, just put my perception out there, a different one. So when it comes to the relationships, that's really something I'm either currently going through, went through, or doing. Because I started out with poetry, it's just easier to just write down. Those songs are easy. It's kind of hard to be more vulnerable in the... No, I ain't gonna cap. Vulnerability is not hard. Because that's what I want to... That's my foundation, is vulnerability. So... My fans and the people that know me, they know that if anything, I'm gonna always tell you the truth and how I'm feeling, because you the least deserve to know that, because I ain't trying to, be all in the dark. But when it comes to, I done forgot the damn question.
Just, talking about themes in your music.
Yeah, my bad. I veered off. But yeah, so, again, it's just keeping it positive, because I don't hear a lot of positivity. So again, how can we translate to those people? Because I hang around a lot of like crazy folks, so it's like they don't want to hear that. How could I make it to where they don't mind hearing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe once while they smoking or some shit, or they get up in the morning, dropping their kids off, something they could do. How can I like translate to the other side of people who don't like it and need it high key? Because I'm real talk basing that music off of what I'm seeing from them, because those are the people I'm around, the people who are going through a lot, you know, what they call YNs, you know, things like that. And it's just like, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be, I get why they're not, you know what I'm saying? So if I can make like music that'll give them a moment to just breathe, that's really what I want my music to do, to just give a moment to just like, okay, all right, I ain't got to fake for a second, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Take that in, people. What do you want people to go listen to? What's like the one project if you want them to go listen to?
Well, I only have the Flower Child from Memphis. Oh, you got to start with Flower Child from Memphis because that's the first one. And it's really an introduction. Like I took songs from like 6 years, the 6 years when I went like as a single artist, a solo artist, because I used to be in a group for maybe like 2 years, but when I became a solo act, I wanted to make sure that I gave an introduction, like an actual introduction to me. That's why all the songs are kind of similar, but they do have some that are like different, because it just wanted to, you know, peel back the onion a little bit in a sense. You know, we're
going to talk about Flower Child from Memphis a little bit more.
Okay.
But I want to talk like your writing and recording process a little bit. Obviously, you do a lot of live performing. Where's your favorite place to be? On the stage or creating in the studio?
I like to be on stage. No cap. It's fun.
We could tell. You out a lot.
I found my DJ too, so it's like now that's a whole new opening. So I'm like, yeah, I like the stage. I like creating too, but I have a little bit of anxiety. So it's like I like it when I'm just writing, but then getting the recording in the booth, it's like that's the work, because you got to make sure it sounds right. You're doing, you know, articulating properly, and it's different when you're on stage. You can kind of, you know, ad lib a little bit, but when you're recording, that's what's gonna be solid, like forever. So,
it's the final product. So you got to make sure it's right. Take your time with that.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about Flower Child from Memphis. Like you said, it's almost like a compilation of some of your other tracks. So I saw on your Bandcamp that you had almost like a longer version of that album, which is cool.
Yeah,
a couple extra songs in there, you know.
Yeah, because the all streaming platforms, some, like I said, those are from 6 years. So some of them, I just, you know, had to do what I do, but I couldn't. I knew I didn't want to put them on like all streaming platforms, and or it was already put out. Like Neighborhood is already out, so I wasn't gonna put that on the album again when you can just go listen to it type deal. Light Shine.
I love that track. Let's talk about that one a little bit. That's just a fun joint. Like you said, speaking on like positivity, right? Neighborhood. What inspired that track?
I was mad. One day this chick told me I wasn't lyrical. And I was like, what?
Excuse me?
I was like, my whole thing was, when I first started rapping, was keeping it simple. So I wanted to keep it simple, because everybody be mad at complexities and, you know what I'm saying, metaphors. So I'm like, let me keep it simple. Oh, now I'm not lyrical. Say less. So that's why anytime I'm in an atmosphere or a place where I know people, like I done did R.I.P. Riley or something, and they like, oh, she's like one of them. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm one of them. So then I have to pull a Neighborhood out, and it's like, it's positive, but I am still popping my shit. So you know what I'm saying? You get here.
A lot of your songs have lyrics that are easy to repeat too. Get stuck in people's minds, catchy. So keep on doing what you're doing.
That's cool. I didn't even know that. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, that just gets stuck in my head. A lot of like the hooks get looped up, and you know, me being a DJ myself, music is always running in the background no matter what I'm doing. So you're doing it. You've been putting together some really good stuff that I'm enjoying. Like you said, it's very positive, uplifting vibes throughout. My favorite track, probably Like That.
Really? Yeah. That's my favorite
the
one.
Sample
actually.
flips. You got D'Angelo's Lady in there.
My engineer at the time, Galen, shout out to the Courier GT. He made that, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't know." And I was like, "Dude, no, I'm using the beat and I'm releasing it." So
I was gonna say, how'd you come across that beat?
My engineer, he wanted to. We was just in there tripping. I was just my first time freestyling and recording it, and then he was like, "Well, I got a beat right here," and I wrote that joint in like 10 minutes. It was crazy, because I was like, "Oh yeah, I like this joint," and I had already had the, you know, when you get in there in the booth already, for me it's like, if I get one song knocked out, it's over with. Like, oh yeah, the juice is flowing.
Yeah.
And it was D'Angelo. I love I'm a neo soul fan to the core. That's the core of me. If anything of my music, it's like that's the actual identity. Its foundation is neo soul. That's why I'm always gonna talk about D'Angelo, Lauryn Hill, A Tribe Called Quest, like stuff like that. Angie Stone, Music Soul Child, stuff like that, because that's the foundation for real.
Speaking of that era, Badu, were you at the Red Rocks concert a couple years ago?
Nah. I be doing too many shows.
You missed it, man. I would have passed up on the show for that one.
Nah, but I can't do it because I do it for Key Glock every year. every year. Yeah, it's like Key Glock I cancel shows for Key Glock. Like I ain't gonna be able to do that one. I gotta go do some, I'm out here. It's like, yeah, when he come to Memphis, when he come here, it's like, yeah, that's Memphis. I need that energy.
Something that she said at that show is when she wrote Baduism, she was almost writing it as a message to her baby at the time who was born. And is that something that you keep in mind when writing your music? Because that's something I almost pick up on.
Yeah, most of my music is messages for my daughter too. It was because I've always lived for my children. I learned about that in ninth grade. Like you're living for your future selves. You're actually living in the current. She said in high school, she said your current self, you're living for your children. Everything you do will be for your children. So I'm not the most fiscally responsible person, but when it comes to the spirit and stuff, I am. Like I understood that at a young age. Like I'm doing it for her. So all my music has been for my kids. You know what I'm saying, or for somebody else's kids. Because I grew up in not in I wasn't adopted, but my grandma and my mom were a part of a adoption agency. So my grandma was over it and my mom was the assistant. So my life involved a lot of community service and stuff like that. So that's it's always been a message. Because if I'm not talking to them, I'm really talking to me. It's kind of like Dom Kennedy said. He was like, he make music so he could walk to the stove. That's kind of me. I just it's something I could walk to the stove to. And if you resonate with it, that's beautiful.
That's why it's authentic to you.
That's why I love it.
Trying to make it for anybody else.
I'm really not. It's really for me, to be honest. Even the stuff when I'm talking bad, I'm really talking to myself. Not except for R.I.P. Riley and that other one, that real Memphis one. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to other people. Because I bet you won't is not for me. Because I know I will. But will you?
Let them know. Let them know. I got a lyric here. It might be from Like That.
Okay.
Put a crown on my head because I reign supreme.
Yeah.
No, you ain't got to believe me.
It. Yeah, just wait
Please
and
just
see.
wait and see. I mean, when did you write that? That was a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
I think
wrote that
it's coming to fruition now.
I know,
what you're
right?
talking about, right?
Oh my God, yeah, because people, back then, you talking about an overlooked person. I was like, dude, why you gotta be, they wasn't even just overlooked, they were just mean. I was like, dang, y'all just not like people from Memphis? I was still learning, you know what I'm saying? I still had some stuff to figure out within myself too, but at the same time, it's like, well, if you don't believe it, that's where you ain't gotta believe it. Just wait and see for real, real, because if you stay, I didn't know if it would work out or not, but they always say stay consistent and watch. And that's all I did. I just did what really, it's funny because I be doing what I want to do. So whenever people ask me for advice, they be like, so what did you do to do this? Like, what did you do? What I wanted, dead ass. If I didn't want to go to a show, I didn't go. I didn't make the best decisions all the time, and there are sometimes relationships that kind of got folded, but anything could be fixed. You know what I'm saying? As I'm getting older, I'm understanding that too, because you do make a lot of mistakes at youth, but those are still the same things. Everything's for a reason. So it's those steps still took you to the same place that you were trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in destiny and divine time and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's you supposed to be where you're supposed to be. You were supposed to do that at the current moment. You know what I'm saying? Whether that relationship pans back out or not, just know that's how it's supposed to be, type deal.
Bars. He's freestyling over here. Speaking of freestyling, Freestyle Child.
Yes.
The most recent drop, little 3-piece. I like
those
that.
Those were those freestyles I was talking about when I wrote Like That. I wrote all that in the same day. Those I just freestyle for real. No pen, none of that. I just walked in the booth and I was nervous because I hadn't went to Freight Heavy Freestyles. That's the first place I freestyle. So I hadn't been there yet, and I was like, I just want to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I did it, and I hated them for so long until I released them, because I went back and listened. I was like, when I record them, and I was like, oh, I remember these. I hated these. So that's something with music too that a lot of artists get messed up. Sometimes it takes a minute, but again, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, dropping those in a time where I'm comfortable with it, which means I'll actually promote it. I'll actually care, because you could drop whatever, but if you don't like it, you're not gonna promote it as an artist.
I love that it opens with a quote from KRS-One. He's somebody that really got me into the culture of hip hop and understanding the deeper meaning and essence of it. Really,
yeah, facts.
So it's refreshing to hear.
Yeah, KRS-One quote. My story with KRS-One, I'll tell people all the time. I listen to the teachings of KRS-One so much because he really helped me get to the person that I am now. I used to work at a landscaping company, and when I was going through an abusive relationship, I had just started. One of our roommates a while back had told me to listen to him, but I don't listen to nobody. I'm like, man, whatever, bro. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, because he was weird. So I'm like, if you listening to him, he ain't giving you the right advice. So, but one day I finally listened to it, and I was like, oh shit. I hit him up, so I said, my bad, dude. He said, nah, I knew it. He said, you just wanted them. I got that from my granny. But like, it used to be 8-12 hours. I got shifts. I'm just listening to KRS-One speeches or him, you know what I'm saying, talking and stuff like that. Like, it is definitely a bucket list of mine. I actually have time to go like watch him speak. And I know some like Nip Life, who made the Top 25 hip hop too. He from New York, so he went to like the 50-year anniversary and he was talking to him and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I love KRS-One. Like, it's terrible. If I ever meet them, I ain't gonna fan out, but I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna cry when I walk off on my mama. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
I feel the same exact way. Literally, I would be working in an office. I used to be in construction doing estimating, and I'd just be stuck in an office for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
What was I listening to the first 4 hours? Sway in the morning, every single day, listening to him preach about hip hop.
Yeah.
Interviews, the history, the culture. And then, back half of the day, we got a KRS-One lecture. So I relate to that so much.
KRS gave history, too. Like, a lot of his, like, it depends on what you're clicking on. And I liked how he would always say you could use his properties and stuff. He says it on that video that I used. He says it, like, you can use any piece of this that you want. Let me say that. And I'm like, and I just like it because I think so many times people forget culture. And that was just such a nice piece, like, that I don't think a lot of people like realize about hip hop, period. Like, they don't respect hip hop because they don't respect you. That's real. And that's just, and when you bring two or more people together, you form culture. You're forming culture. So yeah.
KRS-One, a freestyle king himself.
He's so dope.
I mean, what a battle that would be.
Oh no, I would no. Oh no, I was.
Come on.
I would try.
Y'all on the same track.
That'd be more dope. I do him like I did with Lakim. Like, I can't say nothing bad. Like, oh my God.
This morning I was watching some of your battles.
Oh my God. The last one I'm embarrassed about.
That was fun. It was fun to see that.
Yeah.
Different side of like the community.
I don't know nothing about it, and it's so funny because they all, like, the first one, I don't even know. Well, I was mad that day. That's the only reason that one worked out. The second one, I was just kind of like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I ain't like it, but I didn't do terrible. I still got, people still messed with me. You know what I'm saying? Something
I watched recently. There was a new season that came out on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow. Did you watch that at all?
Yeah. My homie Asha Renee. God, she put me onto it. Yes.
So when I was watching that, I was like, man, I wish they would come to Denver or get a whole bunch of artists from Denver, because I really wonder how people out here would stack up. Because
we did a thing. Shout out to her, because we did a live where the A&R and the creators and stuff were on there. We got to do our music for them. So we're working on it.
Okay, in the works.
God, it's fun. That's just funny you said that, because everybody says that to me. You get on Rhythm and Flow. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get on there. Asha, screw it, we're doing it. So
has to. And one of those challenges is battle. There's all the different challenges. So there's the singles, the features, the battle, and I've seen you pretty much do a lot of those elements. So it would be cool to see you in a competition like that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I've done a cool competition once before where they had us like, I do not know where this footage is, and I wish I had it. I should have got it before the fallout. But they put me 3 versus 3, and in our 3, I just remember they were trying to do something like just trying to be catching. I remember telling them, bro, let's just do what we want to do, like, and then just we got it. Like, let's just change the whole thing up. Like, who cares about any of that stuff? Let's just change it up, man. It was cool. Like, it was a cool, dope moment. But we didn't win, did we? No, we didn't win. But everybody was like, they cheated. So
they cheated.
They cheated, y'all. Y'all should have, like, literally during like them saying they won, they was like, no, it's them. I don't care what nobody say. That feels great. Like, I don't care. I'm like, thank you. Especially when you won for real too. It's like, cause dude told me I was Jordan. He was like, you was the Jordan of the whole thing. And like, y'all did the best, but I'm gonna have to give it to them. Like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. And I'm a hooper,
Jordan
so
wins.
I'm instantly really like, what do you mean, ref? So I'm done. I'm like,
we got that Good Dog cheesy bread appetizer. This is on the Detroit style pizza. In case y'all haven't seen some of the episodes or aren't familiar, take a look at this beauty right here. I mean, come on. We got a nice caramelized cheddar cheese edge on there with our white wine cream cheese sauce on here. What's your thoughts? Initial thoughts?
It's fine. It's great. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things on the menu.
I like the caramelized cheddar cheese on the. Yeah, that's great. It's great.
And we got some more pizza coming. So come on.
With ricotta on it.
Yeah, you know it. You got the main event coming soon. But let's get back into our conversation. Let's talk about the Denver music scene a little bit.
Okay.
There's a lot happening. I wasn't aware of all that was happening before I moved out here just a little over 3 years ago.
Facts.
What's your perspective on the Denver music scene? I got a couple questions. When did you move here? Did you know what the scene was like and your perspective on it?
No, I did not know what the scene was like when I moved here. I moved here in 2016, maybe 2016 or 17. And yeah, I had no clue. But for me, the scene is just I hear untapped a lot. I hear it's not underdeveloped. It's none of that. It's just it's in a point right now where they're finding themselves and learning that it's okay to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because it is 2025 at this point. There are a lot of influences from everywhere. Even out here, there are a lot of people that aren't from here that are out here. But learning that that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And starting to do more when it comes to collaboration, because when I first got out here, everybody was kind of just like off-putting, like, I'm good with the people right here that I'm with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's cool to have your team, but you know what I'm saying, it needs to be more collaboration. And I feel like that's happening, and for the people that it's not happening for, that's only because they don't allow it to happen, and or they just did stuff that's not reversible. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day where you just, because like I said, sometimes the relationship can mend itself, sometimes it can't. And you can't be mad at that. You just got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
There's a lot of artists. Like you said, collaboration, that's a key to it. I've seen a lot of that recently. I got DNA Picasso on the show next week. He did a song with Rose. And that's how I'm finding out of a lot of artists and the artists that I want to interview. It's really just through different connections.
My suggestion is Matthias the Great and Asha.
Shout out Matthias. I remember we did, was it the Black Liberation show?
The Black Liberation.
Yeah, there's a few people came up, got their songs on. So shout out to him. I've been seeing him around, listening to your guys' track a little bit. There's a lot of venues, events happening. So there's quite a community and culture here. But it's just about visibility, you think? Getting more eyes on it? I don't think there will ever be a Denver-specific sound, just based on the sort of melting
they
pot
actually do have a sound.
Some people talk about that.
It's more like hip-hoppy. Like, it's like the lo-fi. Like, to me, Denver style is more lo-fi because, then when you get in, like, the east side and certain parts of them, like Montbello and the east side, it's like they do, like, it's still an inspiration, but it's their own kind of, like, like West Coast type feel. You know what I'm saying? But they do have a sound. It's just... yeah, they just gotta, they just gotta say what it is and recognize it for themselves, because they do. It's just, even within the melting pot, though, it just needs to be understood what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I feel about their sound.
Yeah, it's cool being out here, being a part of it. I just, want to see more of it and see more from the people.
Yeah.
So, speaking about seeing more of it, on the freestyle, what's it called? Freestyle Child. The description there, you said this is to sort of hold you over, because I got an album that I'm working on.
I have an album coming out. Yeah, with CY.
What information can you give us about that?
So me and CY, he is a producer. He's at Sleeve on Instagram. Me and him were working together like a whole summer, and with that we developed a album called Courageous Youth. So I have a whole song, Courageous Youth, that's like big. This is a big old song, like the horns and all that. It's just a really nice song, and this is one of those that's for my daughter more so than it is for me. It's just more so for the youth period, but with her in mind too, because it's I already knew when I was recording it like 2 years ago, it's going to be some funky times coming up. And so I feel like there's some encouragement that's going to be needed later on, 10, 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she can go back and listen to it and just remember. Or if it resonates and we do it properly, you know what I'm saying? Who knows, you know what I'm saying, where it could go. But it's just talking about the revolution in the sense of being okay with embracing youth, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in these times it's a lot of old people. I could just be blunt about it. It's a lot of old people, like it always has been, that get mad at the younger crowd for trying to do what they do. And I think we're in a time and place right now where we can't afford that. So for people who are like, I'm 33, so 33 above, like 40s, 50s, embracing the youth and understanding that they do come with ideas, and they're the current in the world, so they know what's going on and they're going to be the future. So trying to understand them would be better than trying to, you can teach, but forcing them to do what has already been done. Nobody wants to do that because it's already been done. You know what I'm saying?
Forcing or just disregarding.
Yeah,
in general,
exactly. So it's just with that, it's just another compilation of just moments where you take your courage and just go with it. You know what I'm saying?
What else should we be expecting from you this year? One album, we got more albums, obviously a lot of events. Let's talk about your weekly events too.
Yeah, so the newest one is Inner Circle, and that is my event. I hosted with DJ NY, who does the sound. DJ NY, when I was doing Inner Circle, when Inner Circle was brought up, it was kind of at a weird moment, and I just remember when it was like fight or flight, and I was like, okay, I gotta do it. And then somebody was suggesting DJs, and I was like, I have someone in mind. And then I said the name, and they was like, I don't know about that. And I'm already texting the man. And how that came about is, first of all, the man played Key Glock. That's my favorite. Shout out to Key Glock. And then I don't know, you just meet people, and the vibe was just like, you're a great DJ. I don't know how to explain it, but I know you cold. I did one event with him, and I was like, this man cold. I think people are tripping. This man cold. Who is this man? So I hit him. That man hit me in like 3 minutes. Like, yup.
Easy.
And then it just developed to where like almost on some dynamic, it's turning into like a dynamic duo type shit, because I remember the first event we do an all ladies event that we do too. We did it in December, Mrs. Claus event. When I say we both are like that, and it was like, I don't think nobody gonna come. That John will pack. We looked at each other. I said, oh God, it works, huh? He was like, yup. I said, oh God, it works. Okay, cool. So it's just really dope to work with somebody that's actually like cool to work with. You know what I'm saying? So with Inner Circle, what I wanted to do was bring not just artists together, but it's a lot of people that look for music and places to just enjoy during the week, because what I did learn that a lot of people who work at clubs are off on Tuesdays, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to do a day of the week that people were already doing stuff on, because I see a saturation of the same days. And I'm like, well, if it worked, then they'll have another saturation of Tuesdays. Yeah. So whatever. Yeah. But let me at least try to do it where it's more just community based. So we host community discussions, different like themes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? With the move, we kind of died from it, but we're about to get back to those different themes and stuff like that, because we have it to where people get headshots. The goal is to help people. Like, no matter when you come to our stuff, you're going to take something back with you that you can use, whether it be content, networking. Networking is the biggest thing, because I love being the plug. So I've connected so many people with the event already, and again, when you put the right people together, it just works. So we've got a few publications already. Like, the way that's going is just crazy. So I'm just so proud. Again, shout out to NY, because he also does help with a lot of the logistics when it comes to like finding like caterers. The sound stuff, there's never a problem with sound. Security, there's never a problem with that. So it's a cool dig. And again, it's just bringing people, not only artists, but people who just enjoy music. So it's just a vibe that you can come, relax, chill while we're building the community, because we do involve people with the community discussions. And just, I be walking around talking to folk. So, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Just getting them involved with each other instead of just the same, everybody click up, standing around staring at each other like y'all about to like rap battle. No.
Never happens.
Yeah, so I actually want people to talk to each other. I want them to, like, really figure out who that artist is that you be seeing on. You don't like their stuff, but you see them. Talk to them. See if you can, you know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of artists out here that are sedity and won't talk to you, won't have a conversation with you, but that's not everybody. Like, people be so amazed by me and Matthias, or even Asha, just how we talk to people. Like, we're still human, you know what I'm saying? I I don't be knowing what folk be talking about. And they like, oh, you taking over Denver. What are you talking about? How you doing? My name is Monty, or really she. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really trying to talk about all that, but what we can talk about is what we can do. You know, is there some part of your community that needs to be touched where mine can touch? You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. How can we help each other out to grow Denver? Because my daughter from here now, so I want to make it to where even if she leaves, she knows she can come back to culture. Because I grew up in culture, and that's, like I was telling you earlier, that's what makes Memphis so cool. Like, no matter how violent people like to talk about it being, or the extra stuff that goes on that's violent, like the culture and the history behind it is what makes it just, you can breathe. Like, it's a breath of fresh air to be in all that culture. So, and Denver does have a lot of culture. So I learn about it through the people, but I can't learn about Denver culture. Like, it's like folks expecting me to know their history and I ain't from here. Like, how you gonna, like, one time me and my Mexican homie talked about that, because he was like, you always talking about black history. I said, well, shit, how I'm gonna tell you about your history? I only know mine. Like, it's your job to teach me your history and I teach you mine, and then we know that's how we do it. Because I mean, y'all learned it in school, but we all know how school be lying. So you know what I'm saying?
A little piece of
and
it.
I'm still learning mine, so I can't be learning mine trying to learn yours too. You know, we got to help each other out in that aspect. So that's,
learning never stops.
Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, heard that. All right, I think we got some more food. We got the main event here.
Oh my God.
I apologize. I forgot to
no arugula?
ask them about the no arugula.
Okay, I'll muscle. We got pizza.
You can take it off. We could take it off.
Yeah, it looks thick.
However you want to do it.
Oh, hi, y'all.
Thank you so much. Ooh. All right, so you got the 313 side here and Brooklyn Bridge with that ricotta. Come on.
We about to smack.
What can I get for you?
Let's try the Brooklyn Bridge first.
All right.
Oh, God, it's so exciting. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited.
Do you have a couple more questions?
Who you are? Yeah, we got a little bit. Yep.
So I'm going to take it off and then kind of do how we do the handheld.
Perfect. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get some good dog myself.
It's Detroit.
Any of that cheesy bread now? Okay.
Yeah, please help yourself if you guys want some.
So I feel too.
We eating pizza, fool.
Yeah, let me get a bite too.
Oh, God.
Detroit style, man. I didn't have it until I moved out here and ate at Blue Pan Pizza. My dad actually knew about it. He's really more the pizza man than me. But he's like, yo, we got to go over to Blue Pan, man. I know about this spot. So we did, and I was very impressed.
It's Detroit style pizza, bro. It's not lasagna. Somebody thought it was lasagna. No. So they put the sauce on top, eh?
Sauce on top, yep. That's traditional.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bridge, that #1 seller.
Yeah. That joint busting, my bad.
You good. No, you good. Quiet is good.
Yeah.
Quiet is good when eating food.
Oh my God.
So let's start to round out the conversation here a little bit, right? We talked about your events, style, a whole bunch of stuff, Denver music. What are some of your goals within music? Could be small goals just for this year. Could be big, maybe career goals. What are some things you have in mind?
So I want to start. I keep hearing about like festivals like South by Southwest and different festivals I can get into. Short-term goals, me and Matthias are actually about to take a trip to Atlanta. So that's more of a surprise what we're going to do. But we're taking a trip to Atlanta. I'm actually going on tour. It's called Inner Circle World Trip. So we'll be taking a tour here starting in June. I'm trying to get my baby in school, like stuff like that. But bigger goals, I'm trying to get into schools. I'm trying to make it to where we could take Inner Circle and bring it into schools, almost like a mentoring type thing, because we do the community discussion. So getting the kids involved in discussions about stuff that they actually care about, so we can actually figure out what they care about. And I also feel like a lot of times, and this is no shade, but a lot of times when people do these school things, I've been in school and I went to school in the hood, so they bring like the lamest people to like do stuff. And don't get it twisted. They do help. they do help, and what they do is commendable. But that's why they can't reach those other kids. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's like, you just can't take too much to reach, is because you don't have enough diversity in the people that you bring to work with the children. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, because they used to bring like straight up like drug addicts to our stuff sometimes, but like to like talk to us and then they flip out and say something crazy.
Yep,
I'm not
always.
saying do that, but it's not enough research being done on the people actually looking to, you know what I'm saying, involve themselves with children when it comes to what they're doing. And there's always a reason. So I'm just trying to get that narrative smoothed out so we can get more people into, because I want to do a thing like we have like me, Matthias, Ralphie, Sway, like people who actually have been through things, you know what I'm saying? And not to say other people haven't, but a different perspective. Like I said, just bring a different perspective, a different group of people where they might look a little scary, but they're really cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're past they're past that life. It's hard to convince somebody going through it that somebody looks this clean. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain look you got to you, and they can tell. You know what I'm saying? So that's a long-term goal. And then just like I said, I want to just help to continue doing what I'm doing. I hear a lot that I'm helping, so I just want to continue to help. I want to help continue to grow, not just the Denver scene, but just us, period, like as people. Just, I'm a revolutionary, so it's a lot going on. So, I'm just trying to get involved in as much as I can without killing myself.
Yeah, you're staying busy, and we appreciate the time again.
Yeah,
thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
So let's some recent event that just happened is the Grammys.
Yes.
Right? And the winner of Best Rap Album was only the third time a female artist has done it, Doechii. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out.
What is it like
Doechii.
seeing a female hip-hop artist, lyrical hip-hop artist at that? Really, like, artist. I don't even know how other way to say it. Her style is amazing.
Yeah.
What is it like to see somebody like that win?
It's
Is
cool.
that inspiring to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
it's
it's always inspiring when anybody lyrical does anything. You know what I'm saying? Like when Masongo won his, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but when he won his, that was kind of big for me too, because that's like a almost independent, like, you know, in my eyes at the time what I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? So it's always cool to see people who are either semi-independent or, you know what I'm saying, just lyrical, period, getting what they supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? It's deserved, and the people enjoying it, again, making good music that isn't boring. So I always appreciate that. So yeah, shout out to her. She turned up.
Dope.
And Kendrick.
Kendrick,
We love you, Kendrick.
5 for 5. Tonight, we got quite a show to watch tonight.
So I don't even want football like that, but I will watch it tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna watch it
It's
tomorrow.
tonight.
I know, but I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm going to sleep.
It was like you just tuned in for the halftime
To be
show.
honest, I could, but to be honest, it's like if my baby daddy got, like, if his boss got a thing, I'm gonna be like, yeah, take Zion with you. I'm playing The Sims. I got a rough week next week.
Yep. Take your time. Take your time after this.
And bring
today.
a plate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I go to anything for.
So a big part of conversations with TMac is music. Another big part is food, obviously. We got a little bit of a spread here. But take me to Memphis. What's the food like in Memphis?
Oh,
What's like
God.
your favorite spot? What are you missing?
I'm missing
back
everything. Every single thing. No offense. And this is, I know, please don't take it personally when I say this. I'm from Memphis and we real big on our food. Barbecue. No, it's just not like that out here. Like, if you go to somebody's house, yeah, cool, but that's so few and far in between. Like, nah, it ain't like that out here. Where I'm from, it's a barbecue capital. I do not care about Kansas. I do not care about Virginia. I do not care about none of y'all. Memphis is a sweet barbecue spot.
I was going to say, what's the distinction for Memphis barbecue?
Sauce. So it's the sauce, sweetness is how we do our thing, how we cook, the variety of what we cook. They don't have Circle B's out here, which is the red smoked sausages. That's why I gotta like make all this fancy stuff, because I can't just go boil a smoked sausage. I'm like really irritated by that. I'm like, it's 2025, let's get them out here. Wings. Like, it's a lot of wing spots out here. It's so hot. I miss Dixie Queen. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a place in Memphis called Dixie Queen, and I miss it. It's like basically like a corporate candy lady, if that makes sense. So like, and it ain't even that corporate. Like, it's just a building, an establishment. They got a few of them, but you can get like Kool-Aid there. You can get a hamburger special. The wings. People been complaining though, because the wings got smaller and they cost more. But then it's just period, like, out there, everybody cooks, everybody barbecue. When you go to a barbecue festival, you ain't got to really pay for nothing. If you go to the park, people offer you stuff. Like, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? I miss the hospitality aspect of back home. Like, a lot of people have hospitality, but you still have to get close to them out here. Whereas where I'm from, people just don't shut up. Like, they gonna talk to you for hours, like, and then invite you to eat. And there's just all types of stuff. But food-wise, I miss it all. I miss every single ounce of it. I miss catfish. I don't even want to talk about it no more. I just miss everything except for the pizza because it's busting. Detroit might got me high key.
I'm glad you like this.
Shout out to the D.
Like this. So anytime you want to come out here, I got you with the hookup. Come on, let me know. We're talking food and drink right now. It was your birthday, so I'm going to gift you with this bottle of wine from Vittorio Vineyards. Shout out my boy Vino. You know, we got a nice bottle of Zinfandel here. It's sweet.
Nice.
It's easy to go down. It's real good. So this is for you. Enjoy that. Happy birthday.
Oh, God. Thank you. This is nice. Thank you.
We had some fun a couple weeks ago with that.
Oh, really?
Shooting the last conversation. Yeah, everybody was having a lot of fun with that. So enjoy that. Once again, shout out to Vino Vittorio Vineyards.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
She who won't be named.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to leave the people with as we wrap up here?
Just be on the lookout. I've been dealing with a lot lately, so I guess I would be crazy to not say it is okay to have a moment, but make sure you keep going. It is okay to have a moment, but make sure you keep going. Be honest in what you want. Be clear about what you want. And if you can't be clear about it, at least be around people who are understanding enough to give you grace and time until you get clarity. You know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to find your people. Your people are your people, and you'll know when they're your people. If you have any questions, they're not your people. Okay? And then be on the lookout. Come turn up to Inner Circle every Tuesday at River. I got a lot of stuff coming up. Follow me at Powerpuff Monty. You know the dig. Yeah.
You know the dig. And one more thing. There's power in the mind.
There's power in the mind. Just know you seeking, you will find that there is power in the mind, for real.
All right, one more thing.
What's up?
Sort of putting you on the spot here.
What did I do?
Would you want to drop a little freestyle for us? A little food freestyle or
About
something?
food?
I don't know. Anything.
I don't care. Okay. I'm closing my eyes. So no beat. Let me see. Okay.
We can pull something up if you want. You want a little something?
Nah, it's cool. If we want to pull.
We can put something up. Or you got something?
Yeah. Let me see. No.
See if we can get a Clever Schemes beat here. 101, never heard before.
Oh, really? Wow, really? A world of my own, I'm getting on. She who won't be named. Look, I'm in my zone, gotta stay focused. All of these people be playing and perpetrating, they crazy. Doing my thing every day, cause it see me, I got a baby, and she looking up to me every day to figure out what the things I do and say. Even when I'm sad, I gotta make sure that she cool, okay, but I'ma cry it off, get to work, cause you know I ain't no fool. Fitness waste in school, every way, we not worried about no dude, it's all about the team. I'm Luffy, I'm the king, fuck you mean, running through these folks, so many laps, they like it's obscene. Like when I was in college one day, I think my coach's uncle died and she ran about 20 laps. Swear to God I am, all I'ma speak is facts, all you gonna speak is cap, and you gonna say is rap. I'm not worried about that, all these people mad cause we are jacked, and not with muscles, that with percussion. All these folks look, they just be rushing, but see me, I'm just on a stroll, like all the bros. We been coolin' like never before, but we still going. Bold, chosen, I know this. So if you don't know this, what is going on? I'm going to do my own thing again in my zone. So I'm just a female, a lady and a leader. I ain't really worried about a teacher, and I ain't never tried to be a preacher. I'm just trying to do me. Amani D, chilling with my folks. Look, that's a team. Them straw hats. We mean them gentle giants. Please don't make us get real lit around this joint. I probably smack a bitch if she keep talking. Yeah, that's not a front, but let me chill. I'ma keep it real. I ain't worried about no deal. I ain't on pills. I am on that butt. Give a fuck how you feel. I came from Memphis with a dream and a mission. They ain't paying attention, but we got them looking, listen. Crazy. Shout out to the Lord.
All right, y'all. We out. See you on the next one.